Hundreds of Muslims in northwestern China are engaged in a standoff with authorities to prevent their mosque from being demolished. Officials said the newly built Weizhou Grand Mosque in the Ningxia region had not been given proper building permits. But worshippers refused to back down. One resident said they won't let the government touch the mosque. China is home to some 23 million Muslims, and Islam has been prominent in Ningxia for centuries. But rights groups say there is increasing official hostility towards Muslims in China, and foreign religious influences in particular. The mosque, which has several soaring minarets and domes, is built in a Middle Eastern style. For centuries Muslim mosques had been built in a more Chinese style, and it appears that the new structure is viewed by the local government as an example of a growing Arabization of Chinese Islam, the BBC's China correspondent Stephen McDonnell reports. Officials had on 3 August posted a notice that the mosque would be forcibly demolished as it had not been granted the necessary planning and construction permits. The notice was shared online among the ethnic Uyghur Muslim community, according to Reuters news agency. Many questioned why authorities did not stop construction of the mosque, which took 2 years to complete, if it had not been granted relevant permits, according to the Hong Kong-based South China Morning Post newspaper. Protests were held outside the mosque on Thursday and continued into Friday, say the reports. Pictures circulating on Chinese social media showed large crowds gathering outside the large white building. One resident said talks between the Uyghur community and the government had reached an impasse. "We are just in a standoff," the resident, who withheld his name, told the Post. The public won't let the government touch the mosque, but the government is not backing down. It remains unclear if the original plan to begin the demolition on Friday will go ahead or if a compromise has been reached. An official from the local county's Islamic Association said that the mosque would not be demolished entirely. He told Reuters the government only wanted the structure renovated to reduce its scale. There has been no comment so far in Chinese state media on the case. In theory, China's constitution guarantees religious freedom, but in practice, religious activities still remain tightly controlled by the government. Christian churches, for example, have in the past been forced to remove crosses from their roofs after the government said the symbol broke planning rules. In recent years, the atheist Chinese Communist Party has become particularly wary of foreign religious influences, and authorities have embarked on a campaign to sinicize religion and make it more Chinese. As part of that, they have targeted unofficial house churches connected to overseas missions, where millions of Chinese Christians worship. While we Muslims have largely been well integrated and left mostly free to practice their religion, they have watched as Uyghur Muslims in the western Xinjiang region have faced growing government pressure. Rights groups say citizens in Xinjiang are subject to increasingly intrusive methods of government surveillance and control, with many punished for extremist behavior like wearing veils in public places or refusing to watch public radio and TV programs. Thousands of Uyghurs are also believed to have been forcibly sent to education camps. According to Human Rights Watch, detainees are forced to renounce their ethnic and religious identities. But the current move to demolish the Ningxia mosque is indication that the government is now looking to extend control over other Muslim ethnic minorities, says rights group Amnesty International. Earlier this year, in neighboring Gansu province, children under 16 in the region of Ningxia were banned from religious activities in a move that alarmed imams. It's clear that the Chinese government's hostility towards Muslims in China is not only limited to Uyghurs, researcher Patrick Clune told the BBC. We Muslims are generally considered less vulnerable to crackdowns, but this incident proves that the government is determined to use a holistic and heavy-handed approach towards all Muslim ethnic minorities in China.